Today's clip comes from Coleybergs, one of the sharpest auditors in the UK. You'll find their channel link down in the description.
Is everything okay? Sorry? Is everything okay? Yeah, you could have just asked.
Well, I don't know. I'm going to get you down to actually find out. I don't know why you're actually videoing us.
We're just here to make a video. Why is it bothering you?
Yeah, because obviously you're taking pictures of that gate at the police station, so that's very concerning to me.
Why?
Why? Under threats and stuff like that
Of what?
of problems that are going on in the world.
Such as what?
We'll wait for you.
Well, no, let's talk about it now. I want to see your reasoning for why this could be considered a threat.
It's just unusual that people taking photographs if you're taking videos of anything like a police station. Yeah.
Could you identify yourself? Why not? What?
Right, can I have your name again?
No.
Why not?
Could you stop pointing stuff at me?
I'm not pointing anything at you.
So what? Blue lights have come for us videoing. What the?
They're asking you questions, they're videoing us and all that, asking questions why they think that's unusual recording system.
Standing in the middle of the road, can you come out the
Come
road?
over and talk to me.
Let's go where the light is.
Come over here then.
Can I leave you just with it?
Yeah.
No worries, that's fine. As I say, my concern was...
Why have you held up an emergency
Come
line
here.
for two people? Yeah,
Just
wait,
talk to
chill.
us.
We're gonna talk, chill.
Right, just the door's open.
Come to the light though.
Video in the back.
Just stand here, mate.
Stand here.
So,
What are you doing? Just
We're
explain.
just filming.
Right, exactly what it looks like.
What are you
I've
filming
got to
for?
go to a arse.
Yeah, no worries, alright.
The
What are
back
your-
gate. The back gate.
Why are you filming the back gate?
We're making a video.
For what?
Matters of public interest.
Personal recreation.
What just unfolded is a clear example of suspicion being driven by the presence of a camera rather than any defined offence. The officer treats routine filming near a police station as inherently suspicious, asks for explanations, and even calls for backup without first establishing a legal basis. In contrast, the auditor stays composed, keeps redirecting the conversation to law, and refuses to provide details without justification. He doesn't argue emotionally, he keeps asking the same core question: what legal grounds make this behavior unlawful? That approach exposes the weakness quickly. The officer shifts from vague reasoning to relying on numbers and positioning, but without clear authority, it lacks weight. Meanwhile, the calm, consistent focus on legal justification flips the dynamic. Instead of authority appearing confident, it starts to look uncertain. Even with additional officers present, no solid justification emerges. Moments like this show how understanding your rights, and asserting them calmly, can neutralize pressure. So in a situation like that, what would guide your decision? Answering questions to move things along, or holding firm until a clear legal basis is given?
Would you mind identifying yourself, please?
And you're supposed to tell me that you're recording.
Now, what is that?
No, we're not.
What the hell is that?
You don't
You
need
can't
to.
read.
Yeah,
Can't read. Can't read.
On the
Would you identify
Can
that
you read?
to a judge?
Can you read?
You're
me that I
supposed to
can't
let
read?
members of the public
Are you
know.
judging me?
I
I can't
Can you
read.
read?
that you're
Well,
recording.
clearly not.
It's got nothing to do.
Okay.
with
I'm
Read
not
what
searching or anything
868.
like that. I'm just talking to you, mate.
And what's
It
your
doesn't
name?
have nothing to do with
PC
searching.
London.
I'm a member of
Where are you
I'm a member
based?
of the
Come
public.
on, I'm not trying to talk over to like three people at once. Yeah, so what do you want?
I'm PC.
Let's not be rude. I'm not being
Alright.
rude to you.
Okay, sorry.
Okay.
How can I help you?
Because we've been called by someone to say you're filming, and let me be honest, quite often it's obviously like a threat. People are filming police stations.
How is it a threat?
Well, what are you doing?
We're
Why are you
filming.
filming the back gate of a police station? It's a little bit strange.
I don't need to account for my whereabouts in public.
What's the need for all these people to come out?
Strange. to come
Because
in,
you're filming at the back of a police station.
Okay.
film the
And
police station.
now what?
Do it.
How do we proceed? Are you recording me?
Bigger one than this.
Yeah.
Would you let me know next time, please? Thank you.
But why are you recording me? I'm just asking.
I have to.
Because I'm just documenting the engagement, make sure nothing goes wrong. Same reason.
What, though? There's no one here.
Excuse me?
There's no one here.
Why are you walking around, Phil? Have you got nothing better to do?
No.
Well, we have to come here when people standing.
What's the reason for the blue lights for two photographers? Like, it's a little bit
Listen,
unnecessary.
When you film outside a police station,
Yeah.
there's a terrorism threat here.
So do you think we're here for terrorist
I don't
purposes?
think you are, which is why I haven't stopped searching you under the Terrorism Act. I don't think you are.
I don't think you would have
But
grounds.
what I'm
even
saying
if you-
is, well, we do have grounds.
What would the
Hostile
grounds be?
reconnaissance. People come and film places.
Do you think this is hostile
before they-
reconnaissance?
I don't think it is, which is why I'm not stopped searching you. But people do. People do that.
That exchange sums up the entire encounter. The officer begins recording, asks for ID, and leans on vague language about threats to justify treating normal filming as suspicious. The auditor responds by immediately questioning the basis for those claims and pointing out how disproportionate the reaction is for two people with cameras. What stands out is how he keeps pushing for specifics. Every time broad terms like threat, unusual, or hostile are used, he asks for clear reasoning instead of backing down. That shift is important. Once vague suspicion has to be turned into actual legal grounds, the confidence behind it starts to weaken. The dynamic moves from assumed authority to needing justification. It's not about arguing louder, it's about staying calm and focused on the standard required for police powers. When that standard isn't clearly met, pressure tends to lose its impact. Knowing those thresholds makes a big difference. If you understand when powers can and can't be used, you're in a better position to decide how to respond, whether that's cooperating to move things along or asking for clear legal grounds first.
People film police stations
What,
to build up.
right in front of the gate?
Yes.
Do you not think they would do it like with Google Earth or something
Honestly,
like that?
people don't do that.
Any examples of this, or you
Just what people do.
so just what people do? So
Yes.
no actual stats or data, just what
Right,
people do.
I'm sure if you go online or you contact the Met, you can get some stats and data. But me
So if I
right
made a
now-
freedom of information request, I'll be able to find out
Maybe, I don't know.
cases of hostile reconnaissance.
Yeah, maybe. Not sure.
All right. So how do you proceed?
Well, you need to leave.
I don't need to leave. I'm in a public. I'm on a pavement.
But why? Can you stop filming then? I don't get it.
No, because I've come here to film, to make a video.
What though? What? Explain what
it's-
you're filming.
I'm making a video for public interest.
For public interest, for what?
That's right.
Against
The
police?
public are interested.
Yeah, I get that. The public are interested in police. But
Yeah,
why
yeah,
at the
that's
back
it.
of Barkingside police station?
For the reasons I just mentioned.
But what in the public interest is that? Like, no,
Many people in the public that are interested in a blue gate.
You would be surprised, man.
they're really not.
All right. So how do you proceed? Is there anything I can help you with or do for you? Like,
You can leave. Yeah.
There's a nice green gate up there.
no, we're good here. You know, we're gonna stay here and film the gate a bit longer. You know,
But why?
because I want to.
It just doesn't make
Because
sense.
it's my right to do it. I want to do it, and I would rather you not try and interfere with that. If there's anything else I can
I
do
have
for you,
explained to you why you've been stopped.
what? Because terrorists do it.
Well, it's called hostile reconnaissance.
It's not. There's nothing hostile about this,
Right.
and I can do reconnaissance.
Right, okay. But for what reason?
I'm not doing reconnaissance. I'm just saying legally I can do it. It's not hostile. I think that would be done covertly, not overtly. Let me get the thumbnail.
Mate, listen.
Like what?
CID.
Yeah, I'm listening.
Enjoy filming the gate.
Thanks.
You only doing it to get us out of here, so we'll just leave it to you.
We didn't call you here. Nobody called
You
you.
figured it out.
Alright.
Goodbye.
What just unfolded shows exactly why rights matter. The officer shifts from questioning to ordering the filmer to leave, repeatedly asking for a reason to record something as ordinary as a gate. The auditor doesn't get pulled into that, he stays focused, calmly asserting his right to be in a public space and bringing everything back to one issue: legal authority. He avoids debating opinions and keeps returning to what actually matters, the law. That approach disrupts the tactic. Once the discussion moves from law to personal preference, the officer's position weakens and control shifts. What was meant to sound like authority starts to feel uncertain. This is what happens when vague suspicion meets someone who understands their rights. The command is given, but without a solid legal basis, it doesn't hold. Clarity is the key here. When you understand that powers must be grounded in law and not assumptions, the pressure behind those demands starts to fade. Staying calm, stating your position clearly, and asking for justification changes the entire dynamic. So what would you have done in that moment? Complied with the order to leave, or stayed and asked for the legal grounds first?